how did I manage to quiet the narratives in my head? The beginning of the separation and divorce that I went through. And well, the truth is that I always had that tendency throughout my early years. I was always in my head, and I would get lost, ruminating about things and about issues, about conversations, and catastrophizing things over and over. It was the past, it was the future, and I learned right away after about 3 months, and I was in counseling for about 3 months, and my counselor suggested meditation. And all she said, look into that, read about it, and I took that challenge. So I started reading about it, and I was fascinated by how much studies were done around the world the past 25 years. At the time, this was 7 years ago now, right? Almost 7 years ago. And I took it on and I started practicing it. And what I can tell you with 100% honesty is that it has completely transformed my life, and it's continually doing that. I still practice it every day, and twice a day, one in the morning, one before I go to bed. And the idea that the monkey brain is with us, or this narrative that we create and we constantly think, it is part of the natural biology and psychology for all of us. It's just that some of us are more drawn into it, and we get more affected by it. And it turns out that most of the narratives and rumination is negative, and it has a negative energy. So I started doing it. And now remember, the first few weeks of separation and divorce, it was brutal. It was hard. It was hard to even know the difference between night and day. And after when I started, this was the 3 month around there that I started meditation, and I was still in quite a bit of pain, and I was still disoriented completely, and doing the best that I could. And there were only 2 reasons that I did, and I said that already, my children and this inner voice just saying that, okay, I can make it to the next 5 minutes, I can make it to the next 10 minutes, right? And that was the suggestion of my counselor. At first I said, oh, if I can make it through 1 day, that would be great. And then she said, no, break it down more, because it was just too much. Like, okay. So I started meditation, and the idea was to not stop the thoughts. That is not going to be possible. And I learned that you don't stop it. The whole idea of that is to not get attached to a thought. Okay, you see it, you observe it, and most they say about things like observe your thoughts. That's what they say, the gurus, the masters. And I didn't know what that meant at first. So I observed, and wow, at first it was brutal. It was brutal. And I remember for the first time, I was in it for 4 hours, and I thought that I was in it for only 10 minutes. But I got caught in that river of thoughts coming in, and got attached and just dragged me in a ways that I never expected. Did a video on that, actually. I'll put a link to to this video so you can see that, you can watch it. So the idea was really to observe my thoughts and then not get attached. Now remember, as I said at the beginning, so I was everything in my entire thought process was only one thing, and that was the separation and divorce. You know, how my family got blown to pieces, really, in, you know, metaphorically speaking. You know, families just taken apart. Now I'm not seeing my kids full-time anymore, and of course, you know, the person that I thought that I'm going to be with for the rest of my life is not there. An empty house, and just everything about what you can think of, and I'm sure you can relate to, it was just there, ruminating, just constantly, 24/7. I remember that I was so afraid of falling asleep because I didn't want to dream, because I was dreaming nightmares like that. It was nightmares, right? Losing my children. Oftentimes I would dream that I'm in the darkness in the forest somewhere and I can't find a path, and and then later on I realized what they meant, by the way. So when I started meditation, that gave me this idea that is incredible, that I'm observing my thoughts, and for the most part they're all rumination and imagination and catastrophizing and trying to make sense of things, because ego does that. And of course, I learned that after, not at the time. At the time, you're just like, whoa, this is crazy. And when I slowly, so I started right away, I was quite kind of mad at myself to fail at that, because I thought that, oh, right away I need to be good at it, whatever that meant. But that was an expectation again, right? And then I just kept at it. There's no wrong way. I can never fail. No one can fail in doing meditation, ever. No one can. And just be aware that just like anything else, it requires practice day in, day out. And I committed because I saw the science behind it. I'm like, and I am a science person, math and science, and I'm like, no, if this is proven facts, I'm gonna do it because it is proven. There's just the only thing that can come out of that is goodness. So why wouldn't I do that? Just like exercise, just like eating well. So I committed to that, and that took a lot of pressure off of making it to the next 10 minutes of the day. It did. It honestly did for me. By the way, I did all of that alone. I didn't go to any retreats or anything like that. I didn't do it with other people who were going through divorce or separation, or none of that. I just did it on my own. I really decided that I needed to be alone to find and understand what's happening without the influence of others. First of all, everybody's got their own journey, and on top of that, to do in my view, deep introspection, you have to do that alone. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely. There are two different things. It's just that you're taking it on because you need to deal with that on your own, because nobody else can for you, right? So that's what I did. And fast forward 3 months, so that was 6 months into it, I felt, again, this incrementally you get better, and I got better, incrementally. I was still in pain, right? I was still in pain. So, but incrementally I got better. I showed up for my kids better when they showed up, because it was a shared arrangements. If you do that, and in whatever form that you can think of, I think that will help. And My research, I've done a lot of research on that before starting it, showed that it works. It just works. So share your experience. What are you doing? What are your steps? But is there anything that you're doing? I would love to know that is helping you, okay? Now, remember that all of this is about self-introspection, right? So I didn't go and kind of distracted myself with things that would completely bury my feelings and anything else down, and I don't forget, and I just, by the time I could come back to into coherence, and all of a sudden, realize that, oh, I'm still in pain. So the meditation, these thoughts will come in, and these thoughts are exactly that. I was still ruminating, but the idea was that I wasn't getting attached to that. At least I tried not to. And their clinging energy became less and less because I wouldn't get attached to it as long and as often. And that meant that I was still sitting with the thoughts at times. It would come in. It's like, oh, okay, you're not wanted. You, who are you now? Or you just lost your children, or all of those nonsense that shows up, and then you go through this exercise of validity, which you learned later on, or I learned later on, and you realize that these were all made up in my head because we tend to catastrophize things. And then that perpetual cycle of victimizing ourselves goes on and on and on. So by meditating, I am not avoiding the pain. I'm just sitting with it because you're alone. And there was a study was done that they put people in a room, one person at a time. They closed the door and they said, you can just be with yourself, and here's a desk with a chair. It goes, but there is this thing in here that you can buzz, and if you buzz, there's a button there, you press that and you put your hand on it, you're gonna get shocked. So most people, they chose, after a few minutes of being alone with their own thoughts in the room, they chose to shock themselves than being alone. And the shocking themselves was painful. So isn't it amazing that most of us, we'd rather be inflicting pain to ourselves than be with our own thoughts? That tells you everything. All right, share your thoughts and comment, and share your strategies and what are you doing? Some people do walking meditation, by the way. I was doing that as well, but all of those exercises, all of those things, the foundation idea is, as long as you're not getting caught up in the rumination of thoughts that are coming in. But for the meditation, I believe that it has a special gift, and that is, for the most part, what it does is that you are sitting with your thoughts. So if you're doing any other exercises or any other meditative thing that you're not thinking about or ruminating about things, that's good, but you also have to be giving yourself an opportunity to sit with your thoughts. So meditation is another level to that, where you are forced to do that, to sit with your thoughts and not get attached to that. All right, I hope you're well. Stay well. This too shall pass. I promise you that it will. And I just hope that you are taking the first steps into creating the true you. And yes, it is hard. It's not supposed to be an easy thing. And the pain is telling you this. But nothing that is worthwhile comes easy. And this is the most important work that you can do for you and no one else. And if you don't do it, no one else cares either, by the way. So you have to care because it's your life, no one else's. Okay, until next time.